I'm often asked to share my tips on an everyday easy makeup look. I take about 5 to 6 minutes every day to do this little routine, and I'm going to share it with you. So I cleanse, I moisturize, I use eye cream, and I use SPF before I leave the house. The second step is I use my concealer. I particularly love the Clé de Peau in beige. It is the best concealer that I've ever purchased. I have dark circles, I have some yellow discoloration under my eyes, and this does the trick. So instead of, it has a little roll up, so instead of just swiping it on, which I feel wastes a lot of the product, I just take a little with my finger and I just apply under the eyes and all around. I love to get in here in the corner because this is where a lot of the darkness, it gives you like a shadow. So I go all the way around the eye. I like to go up to the lash line and up to the brow bone. So I do use my finger. I know a lot of people out there use the sponges, which you can do. It's whatever you feel like doing. You could use a brush, but I prefer my finger. I think it just has more control that way. And then I just fill in wherever I see little red spots. So wherever you have some discoloration, you can put some on. I could use this concealer like all over my face if I could, but I don't want to waste it. I do put some on my lips. And the reason for that is it helps the lipstick and lip gloss to stay on. I also like it because if you have pigmented lips, it tones them down. So if you use a nice nude color, you won't see the red seeping through quickly, unless you like that, of course. Then I have a little discoloration here on my cheeks. So I like to put a little bit on there. And that's years of being young and not using sunblock, and it all starts appearing as you get older. So I think that's good with the concealer. Next, I like to use Laura Mercier's Mosaic, and it's in a golden color. And I just love this bronzer. So I just swirl it around and I put a little bit on here. And you see how the cheekbones automatically start popping up a little bit more. Just a tiny bit here. I like to put a little bit above my eyes, just really quick. A little bit on the forehead. And just a tiny bit down the nose. I avoid the chin area because that's my spot where it always picks up a lot of redness, especially in pictures. Just all that red, I don't like that. Then the next thing I use is this little primer, which has color in it and built-in primer. And it's by IT Cosmetics, and it's called Tightline. And it is the skinniest little brush that I think you'll ever see. And this is used specifically for very fine lashes, which I have. I have very short lashes generally, but I use a Lance Enhancer every night by Rodan & Field, and I really like how it's been working for me. I really see a big difference in my eyelashes. They are thin still, but they are much longer. So it doesn't help with thickness, because if you don't have thick hair, you're not going to have thick lashes, and that's just the way it is. So I just take a little bit and I just get all the little tiny, tiny little lashes that you really can't get with a big mascara brush. So I get in there, try to look in the mirror and look at you guys, or have you look at me more like, because obviously I can't see you. So then I get in here and I just get all these little tiny, tiny lashes, if you could see. So you start seeing a little difference in the length already. Then I go to the next eye. I mean, this is a step that you don't even need to do if you don't want to. But I like to do it because, like I said, I want to use every lash that I have on my eye to bring out my lashes. So that's good for that. Then the next step is I use Stiletto Stiletto Mascara. It's by Maybelline, and I love this mascara. It's got a thin brush, and with fine lashes, you need a thin brush. You can't have a fat brush, because as you're swiping up with a fat brush, your lashes are going to look very short and stumpy, and you don't want that with fine lashes and thin lashes and short lashes. So I just take it in and just get every little section. I love to also wing it out a little bit like this. Just keep pulling out. And do the bottoms a little bit. Sometimes I don't do the bottoms. It just depends on my mood. If I don't want to look too made up, I'll just do the top lashes. But you'll see how it makes a big difference. Then the next thing I do is oops, sorry, I dropped my comb for the lashes. I brush my lashes up, and then I use this really great mascara for the eyebrows. And it's called Love My Brows, and I actually sell this at my shop, and it goes on as so. So it just fills them in really quick. And that's it. Just gives you a little, sometimes I'll use the brush again just to kind of like give it a little swipe so it's nice and even. And then I use my lipstick. So I love to use MAC lipsticks, and the one that I love is Creme de Nude. You can use any lipstick you like, but this is just my staple. I have a lot of nude lipsticks. You don't need a lip liner, and that's it. You're all set.